Hey guys, Mike G here, and welcome back to another discussion. And this one, we are going to revisit more Alien 5 and discuss what if they go horror with this film. Now in the comments there will be a link to my last Alien video that was what if they go action with this film. You guys can check that out, but if you want to wait and just finish this video, then that is completely fine, and let's begin. So, a horror film, if I heard this was a horror film, I would have lower expectations because for one, so far as I know, Neil is more of a sci-fi action adventure type of character. He's not really into the horror genre, but I don't know him that well. We'll have to see how he does. If he does go the horror route, let's give him a chance because he's never done it, but I would still have lower expectations because of that. And another thing too is that the horror genre sadly isn't doing that well. It isn't. Like, critics aren't praising horror films, and they're not doing that great in the box office compared to action films. I mean, they really aren't. All the romance films, all these great stories that are out in theaters, but these horror films, they kind of just repeat themselves and they're basically the same thing. Now, not all of them have been bad. We've had some pretty good ones like Insidious. That's the first one that comes up to the top of my head. But the rest, I haven't been really watching because the horror films just aren't nearly as good anymore. But it doesn't mean that I wouldn't want to see a horror film because, I think in the last video, I kind of was an asshole to you guys about, the 90s thing, and I kind of thought about it, and then again, I can understand when you're saying that out of all four of the films, that, we've only had one horror film, and there's a lot of you fans out there that like the horror Alien compared to the action. There's a lot of you out there that like Alien more than Aliens. It's kind of split in the middle, where it's like it's either Alien or Aliens. I'm more on the Alien side just a little bit, but I don't hate Alien. Alien is fantastic. I feel like that it is a lot more serious and it is extremely dark, and it really just shows a lot. There's a lot more meaning there when you have a horror film with Alien as well because it's the original. So I can completely understand if you would go with the horror route because that's what Alien originally was made for. But I would like to see it. I think it would be fantastic. I just think it's a little risky, and we need to be kind of careful if we're going the horror route because they haven't been doing as good. But then again, Neil isn't the people that haven't been making the Paranormal Activities and, these weird Exorcist ripoffs and stuff like that, So none of that, and we'll just have to see how Neil does if he does go the horror route. Even though he hasn't really done one, I believe, I'm still going to have some confidence, but I'll have my expectations really low. So what do you guys think? If we go the horror route, do you think it'll work really well with Neil? And would you like to see it? Because I would like to see it. I just would have lower confidence and I would be a little bit nervous because of what's going on with the horror genre. Mike G off your screen. I'll see you guys soon in the next video. See you guys soon.